Formation lap is almost over. We are seconds away from the start of the 2022 Le Mans 24 Hours Virtual. And once more, 50 cars, 200 drivers and millions of fans around the world. The circuit is the same, the challenge remains the same. Staying awake, staying alert and staying 100% on it the entire time. Everybody on their formation laps. There's two different generations of F1 racer, Max and one Pablo.
The level of this race versus what we saw last time is actually even higher. Nice and slow through the free chicane at the end of the lap.
So it's Friday and we are currently in the main studio for Le Mans Virtual 24 Hours of 2021 season 2022. It's January and as you can see behind us, it looks pretty stunning. Very familiar to what people might have seen back in 2020, but we are seeing this for the first time. And so we are going to have a wander around Studio Gabrielle? Gabrielle? I don't speak French.
We don't know.
Here in Paris and show you guys around as to, you know, what's going on, what we're doing here, and just everything that's going on. So hopefully, as long as our cameraman doesn't fall over, should we go for a wander?
Let's go, let's go. So basically over here, we're gonna have the social media representatives from all the different sites. So obviously we're going to be covering it on Traxion. We've got Le Mans Virtual social media, World Endurance social media. This is going to be their section so they can keep up to date with the race, keep you all up to date at home, of course. And basically they're still right in the action so they can see everything that's going on with the drivers who are present at the venue, and they can see the commentators as well. So this is going to be a busy spot, I think.
So if you are keeping up with it on social media because you're maybe not in a position to be able to have the stream on your phone or something, they are literally right here keeping you informed. If you spin 180 degrees and look over this way, look, we have a pit wall, which is very cool. Some of our talent will be conducting interviews and they'll just be on the pit wall having a chat with people involved. And it is a real pit wall.
Yeah, it's actually, I believe it's the Team WRT pit wall that's been obviously rebranded and everything, so it's 24-hour Le Mans Virtual. It looks awesome. The other thing you'll notice as well is there's so many monitors everywhere. Like, we have TV screens going to be showing everyone in this room from different angles of the broadcast. Even, I mean, the ceiling's incredible.
There's just lights everywhere. It's astonishing.
Lights and monitors.
And at the moment, people are still setting up, so there's like monitor boxes and things everywhere. I've got some Goodyear tyres over here, look. I saw these get brought in yesterday and they're currently all still in their plastic because that's Goodyear, one of the sponsors here at Le Mans Virtual. And so these will look really swish when they're all opened up. That's going to look pretty wicked. And now we're actually up here. Let's take a look at the stage. There's 4 teams overall who will be about. I think there's only a couple of people per team that will be racing here in Paris. But we do have, obviously, as you can see, a bunch of simulators here. So, you know, as I said, social media can literally see them racing here and now.
Right now, it's just everyone trying to get everything set up properly, get the wheels working, get your monitors working, all the stuff you usually do at home.
This is what all the teams will be doing at the moment across the world, actually, not just right here in Paris. And we have the cup,
the trophy,
which is made of Lego, which is very, very cool. And it's hiding a camera, that's cool.
It's a hive of activity at the moment, isn't there?
It is.
We've got the R8G over here as well, doing some practice.
I feel bad that we're just stood in the middle of it chatting when there's teams trying to get sorted out and things, and we're just here like, yeah, we're going to chat rubbish for Traxion.
We are properly getting in the way. Obviously, we've got Martin Haven over here as well, who's going to be commentating. Are you excited about the race? Are you looking forward to the weekend?
Yeah, really excited. It's really strange to be kind of getting your head into Le Mans in January, but yeah, no, it's going to be fantastic, isn't it?
Just try not to kick anything, trip over anything. So yeah, this is all being broadcast like super duper properly using a team outside. Obviously, we here are assisting in the broadcast, but the actual the main broadcast is going outside to the TV truck, which you will see. It's quite a spectacle to see it all come together here. It really is. But this is literally like one facet of the space we're using here at Studio Gabrielle, and we're gonna quickly go, I think, to we're gonna go to race control.
Trying to find it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, I'm still getting my head around where things are in this place. If we come in here, keep our voices down, we'll be quiet. This is where the magic happens. Behind the scenes here in race control. Hopefully you can still hear me being all quiet and soothing in the background. So this is where the race director sits, making the big decisions during the race.
Yeah, any penalties and stuff. So if there's any drivers making mistakes, anyone doing drive-throughs, things like that, things to be reviewed, this is where all those decisions can be made and they can discuss things. So this is going to be a very, very busy place throughout the whole weekend, really, from now on.
So we've done basically a loop. The studio is just that way. We've literally just walked from the studio and then all the way around, race control, all the way back to here. And now this is where we're living, where all of the game cameras, well, this is where they'll all come from. We set this up in about, what, 3-4 hours?
Something like that.
It was pretty good.
It was empty beforehand. It was basically like free room to do what we wanted. And
so we have set up 7 very, very high spec Alienware PCs with all of them running rFactor 2. And this is where we'll say, right, we need to see this driver doing this, doing that, doing the other. And this is where we do it.
We've got all the other replay cameras over here, but really the important thing through the night is going to be, of course, the guys over here, because they are going to be controlling what actually gets seen during the broadcast when the truck are having their break, put it that way. So this room is going to take entire control through the night. And yeah, there's so many different things to set up, so many bits of video software that needs to be set up properly and correctly. And it's been amazing to see it build from nothing to this in such a short space of time.
So race starts 2 p.m. this time,
yes,
with 1 p.m. UK time, and that's as of right now tomorrow. So this is where we're going to be. We're also, running around shooting content for you guys right here on Traxion while we're doing game cameras and while Le Mans Virtual 24 Hours goes.
So I'm now joined by Lewis McGlade, who obviously you were here a couple of years ago for the first event, and how is it to be back in Paris for this?
I mean, it is fantastic. After a great season that we've had, to have this as the grand finale, kind of what maybe we'd have wanted a couple of years ago, but it's fantastic to have it now. The prototype category is basically it's winner takes all between 5 different cars. We've spoken of the top 4, which are all separated by basically 4 points. But lower down in that, there's still plenty of teams that are well within earshot of winning the championship. In GTE, it's also just as close, and in that one, it's the thrilling fight between Coanda, between Redline, between Porsche and BMW. It's going to be fantastic.
Opening in 3 minutes. To the start of the show. 20 seconds. Opening in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0.
The formation lap is almost over. We are seconds away from the start of the 2022 Le Mans 24 Hours Virtual.
Nice and slow through the forward chicane at the end of the lap. Max Verstappen on the inside line heading towards the first kink, but he has been jumped by teammate Filip Drugovich, and Drugovich is going to lead through the first kink, but the front 2 are getting away, and here comes Verstappen into the lead of the race already. Drugovich respectful to his pseudo teammate and Max Verstappen leads Le Mans. The 1-2-3 is in the pit lane, and I was very confused seeing that. I think we need to see what's happening with the 1-2-3, or whether this is a timing thing, because that is early. That is 50.
So we now have 15 hours to go. That means there's 9 hours passed already, and it's starting to get dark. The drivers are starting to get tired, and we've seen a major mistake by one of the race favourites, and of course the Formula 1 world champion, Max Verstappen, crashing out. Unbelievable scenes. It was so cool to be in the room when that happened. Not so cool for him and his teammates, though. I think we're going to take a wander up and show you some of the green room where the British commentators are going to be chilling. So you can see actually in Studio Gabrielle, right up by reception, we've got the feed as well, so people at reception can keep themselves entertained during the event, which is cool. So this is kind of a very private area. I don't know, we're pretty lucky to be in here, to be honest. I don't even know if I'm meant to be in here, but we'll take our chances. You can see here, there's the Montoya green room. We found some British commentators. Lewis, how's it going?
It's going well. It's been pretty crazy start to the race, but it's been good fun.
Obviously, in the last few hours, we've seen the Formula 1 world champion make a big mistake. What did you think of it, as someone who knows the game very well? What are your thoughts?
I say we only saw it once, maybe twice in the broadcast. It's kind of hard to tell. It looked like a little bit of a simple mistake, just a little bit too far over to the left-hand side, picked up too much of the curb, and then it went.
And as a commentator, once it gets into the night stints, you guys begin to get tired. How do you cope with that? Do you just come here to get a breather, or do you try and get some sleep? Because obviously you're going to be back out again in a few hours.
Oh, we don't cope. I think that's the big thing. It's just it's a lot of making sure that you're moving around a lot, making sure you're hydrated. We've got to treat it like an endurance race ourselves, and for me, I tend to stand up a lot. Like, if you can, just stand up whilst you're commentating, just get yourself moving, because otherwise, you fall asleep on the desk, and that's not good.
Well, to stop you falling asleep on the desk, we'll let you fall asleep on the
Yeah,
sofa,
no, I will.
and we'll leave you to it.
I
So
most certainly will.
I'll take that microphone back away from you. You can go for a nap, and we'll leave you guys alone. So yeah, that is a little insight into the green rooms. Obviously, there's not much space in there, but enough space for the guys to get a little bit of a break. And yeah, we're just going to sit down again, get back on the game cameras, and yeah, we'll see you in a few hours.
So just jumping in, it's 1:15 in the morning, Paris time. I've just got back to my hotel room, for I now get a little bit of a break. They've got they're getting towards 12 hours left, so we're nearly halfway through. We're not even halfway through yet. I'm going to get a well-deserved break, and the guys there will keep going. There's some people who are already off on a break. They'll be coming back through the early hours to take over, and then I'll go back in for about 6 o'clock in the morning, so I get a bit of a longer break than I expected, I won't lie, but it's been really good. So I'll leave you guys in the capable hands of John, because I'm going to sleep, because I'm really tired.
So the time is now 4:13 in the morning, less than 10 hours to go of the race. Rich has gone to bed, I don't blame him, and I'm continuing to work, so I'll probably take my break a little later on. Obviously, we're all getting tired. Everybody's getting tired, but the race is still going strong. I'm going to take a little wander now through to race control, because, just like the drivers, just like the teams, like us on the cameras, everything is still happening. So race control need to continue to be on it all through the night. Every single hour is just as important, no matter whether it's at the start of the race, the middle of the race, or anything. So as you can see, we've still got a full set of people. I'm going to be quite quiet through here because they're constantly having discussions with the drivers, with the teams, trying to keep everything under control. You guys are doing pretty well. You look pretty awake. I'm very impressed. But yes, so back here, things never end, really. Things never stop. Always focusing, having to keep on top of everything. And I can imagine everyone is going to get a very good sleep tomorrow night.
So it's 9 a.m. and we now have 5 hours left to go. We've had basically everyone in our team doing game cameras has taken a break and come back. A lot of the commentary have been off and have come back. Some people have gone to sleep, some people haven't. I did. Do I feel like I've been to sleep? No, not really. Not at all. Nor does Cameron, the cameraman. He's definitely feeling tired. I know he didn't go to sleep. He just left, went for a big poo and came back. You did, don't lie to me. So yeah, we've got 5 hours left. The studio lights are coming back on. The TV truck outside is back, so our main role within game cameras is done. A lot has happened overnight. Lots of biffs, lots of crashes, and don't want to jinx it, very quietly, touch wood. The server's been pretty damn good. It's been very solid overnight, so we might see the whole 24 hours without anything major. I may have jinxed it just now, but we might also be okay. But yeah, 5 hours left to go. It's looking really good. It's been really fun. but I think we are all looking forward to having a good sleep. That's for definite. Good sleep, good poo.
That is painful to get it that tight and that close. A shame, another car to throw onto the list of retirements that seems to be ever growing as we approach the final hour of the race.
23 hours down, only one to go. John,
Yes.
how are you feeling?
Absolutely knackered because I haven't had a wink of sleep yet. I've done 24-hour races before, both in terms of commentary, driving, and usually I get a little bit of sleep. But this time, with all the jobs that we've been doing and the amazing atmosphere, I have had zero sleep. Zero.
Yeah, it's been pretty full on. And something I was going to mention earlier, which I forgot to. The thing about Studio Gabrielle here is basically everything's underground. There's no natural light here whatsoever. So over the course of this 24-hour race, we had no real gauge as to what time it was, or at least like time of day didn't affect us here, because if you've been watching the live broadcast of this, you'll see that the sun is not setting at the same time, because the game thinks it's June when Le Mans is, whereas right now it's January, so the sun is setting a good 5 hours later.
It's definitely not June. It's definitely January in Paris.
Has it flown by for you?
Absolutely. It's been amazing. It's such a good experience. I love being here. The atmosphere, everywhere you walk around, there's a buzz. It's been incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I was always fretting during the series for doing 4-hour races and an 8-hour race. And then 24 hours, for some reason, I didn't seem phased. And I was right to be.
Jeffrey Reekveld is the voice you can hear behind us, and he now comes over the line to start the final lap.
Jeffy, what are you thinking about fastest lap?
That was the Jeffrey Reekveld version of "I know what I'm doing, leave me alone."
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you're live on the TV. Please do not swear.
Either